host what they call CPA, or Concert Performance Assessment. This is open to all groups in Middle Tennessee. They do one as well in the West and one in the East, but ours here is for MTSBOA. And schools, any school can attend, you just pay to register, but the deal is you work up two pieces of music that are contrasting styles. So one that would be a march and one that's a little more legato, shows something else off. So you prepare and you play, and we spend a lot of time getting ready for this performance. Kids take a day, go to MTSU, play for a panel of 3 highly esteemed judges in the field, and receive a rating. It's the same scale as solo and ensemble, so 1 is superior, 2 is excellent, so on and so forth. After the students perform their 2 prepared pieces, they move into a sight reading room where they are handed a piece of music that they have never seen before. It was written specifically for this event, so it's not something you've ever heard. And we are given 6 minutes to look at it. They're not allowed to play a note. We have 6 minutes to look over it, talk through it, rehearse it extremely quickly without playing, and then they say go. And we start from the beginning, and hopefully you make it to the end. And these guys made it very well. So our 7th and 8th grade combined went to CPA this year. This was the first time that a group from Donelson has gone. When there was a strings program here, that they attended, but this is the first time a band has gone to festival. And these guys received straight 1s, so straight superiors down the page. If you participated at CPA, would you please stand? If you were at CPA, 7th and 8th grade. But yeah, so that was such a huge deal, and they were one of, I believe they're the only middle school the day that we attended that received superiors. So that's a huge accomplishment for them, and I've had people come up to me and go, Miss Aisley, congratulations, and I'm like, thanks, I didn't play an instrument, I just waved my arms. And they did what they do, and they have worked so hard, and that experience as a whole has just grown the program a ton, because these kids understand exactly what it takes to be good at your craft, and they understand that it takes a lot of hard work and time, and they're willing to put that in, and you're going to continue to hear that tonight in these pieces. So we're going to open the 7th grade portion with a piece called The Mighty Nile by James Cornell, and it is a musical representation of the Nile River. So you'll hear kind of the ebb and flow of the water as we go through this piece. So this is The Mighty Nile. like to take this time to recognize our 7th graders that participated in solo and ensemble, so please stand and be recognized. This was the first class that I ever met when I got to Donelson. So they were my first period class last year as 6th graders, and I walked in on my very first day in the middle of the year and was totally terrified. I don't know if you know that, you probably knew that, but I was totally terrified. And I walked into this room full of 6th graders, and they had smiles on their faces and were so ready to learn and so eager to just become better musicians, and they have done exactly that. They have grown so much, even since December, honestly. But just so proud to see the progress that they've made. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, as soon as you finish playing this last note, you're in charge. Like, you become the, I guess when they finish their last note, then they become the 8th graders. And the 8th graders say a lot about a band program and what the expectations are. And I know that this program is left in great hands with this being the 8th grade class next year, because they have just grown so much and are just eager to learn. And so we're going to close out the portion of the 7th grade concert with a piece called Look to the Skies. It's a fanfare encouraging us to look forward into the future and kind of to just achieve all that you can. And that's, if anything, that's my message to you guys. So this is Look to the Skies.